Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and checking out your boy, P Funk Thinking Right, in my living room doing what I do for you. It's wet outside and it's raining, so I got to bring it inside again. Let's go. Right in 25 Rules to Live By. Storytelling, story with a message in the story for life. These are life lessons. I hope you're getting them. I'm giving them. Let's do this thing. Right Thinking's mission statement says, Right Thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher level of spiritual enlightenment, raising your knowledge of self. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, knowing yourself. That's what right thinkers want to do. I can teach you. The question, know thyself. A person who knows and knows not that they know is foolish. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach them. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I always do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. Most of y'all, so my job is to wake you up. Let's go. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Know thyself, and to Mayat be true. You got to keep that balance, all right? Balance is important. Let's go. The lesson is, right thinkers, let's talk about Ausar and Auset, from the Greeks name Osiris and Isis, okay? But those are the parents of Haru. Let's talk about Ausar and Auset that's in you. Yeah, they're in you, the quality that you have. Remember, these are aspects of your personality. Let's go. Ausar is the first God man. After the elements of the world, I give you the creation story. After the elements come man. Osiris or Ausar is the first man with the spirit of God in him. That's us, human beings. He was the first conceptually. Let's go. Ausar was good and beloved as the king and the pharaoh of the people. Everybody loved him except his jealous brother, Set. Asar's son, Anubis, aka the embalmer, aka Lord of the Dead. Before his father came down, he ran the afterworld because he was in charge. Because he was the man with discernment. He knows the difference between right and wrong, true and false. All right. Excuse me. Now, Asar's son, Haru, is the resurrected spirit from Ausar. The story goes, he gets killed. Isis brings him back to life, gets impregnated, gives the son, Haru. His job is to avenge his father, killer, which is your ego, or we call him Set. All right. Ausar was destroyed by his egoistic brother, Set. There's a good personal story there. The goal is to get you to understand that your ego will kill you. Short lesson right there, quick one. Yeah, that's the bottom line. Auset, which is Isis, she is the original true, they call it ride or die chick. Oh yeah, she is the original ride or die. Auset, the wife of Ausar, she's considered your intuitive knowledge, your wisdom, what you get when you meditate, when you go into prayer, when you go inside yourself. She's the one that gives the information. She's your intuitive knowledge from within. Everything you got is on the inside. She represents that. Auset was known for her knowledge of knowing Ra's name. That's another story. But yeah, she's smart, very smart. She got all the things that she needed so that she can do what she needed to do, just in case. So she had the power to regenerate life. That's how she brought her husband back to life for a short period of time, just long enough to have sexual intercourse so she can get pregnant and have her son, Haru, the resurrected spirit of Ausar. All right. Auset was a great mother. She raised her son Haru to do one thing: avenge your father's death. But she also taught him. She also raised him in secrecy and in private. Women, your job not to raise the man, but if this is a situation where he's the widow son, he need to be taught, educated. She did that because she had knowledge and wisdom, so she passed it on to him. Women, that's what you do for men. You don't make men men. They're already men. All right. Asa helped her twin sister get pregnant by her husband, Esau, which gave birth to Anubis. Another lesson there. Good one too. Okay, but the deal was Auset was always with her sister Nephthys. Twins. Always together. Another story there. Alright. Auset found her husband. Now he got killed the first time, put in the casket, sent down the Nile River. She went and found him, brought him back. Set came back, found him, cut him up into 14 pieces. They found all 13 pieces except the one, the penis. So Isis created the first dildo, golden, to have her intercourse with her husband to give life to Haru. So that's how the story goes. That's how the resurrected spirit from Ausar gets into his children, sons of God. Sound familiar? We ain't going there. All right, next one is you have spirit, which is Ausar, wisdom, which is Auset. Put them two together, they make Haru, the self-master. Why? You have spirit, you have knowledge, you can become your best self. That's what you was here to be. Find yourself within yourself and become the hero for yourself. Become Haru. Christians call it Christhood. Same thing. Recognizing God in you is Nihas. That means you have been awakened. Anointed. That means you know God. Let's get with the movement, people. All right, here you go. Where we at? Oh, wisdom. When you combine spirit, Asar, wisdom, Auset, you get Haru. The perfect you. Once you figure it out, that's the king. Spiritual enlightenment is the human level of excellence. That's what you want. Rise your BC nature to intellect, become spiritually enlightened, and become God-like while on earth and live a good, prosperous life. I do every day. You can do it too, okay? When you reach Haruhood, aka Nihas, as a right thinker, you have mastered yourself. That's what you want in life. Master you. Don't worry about nobody else. I don't. When you reach, I am Asar in spirit, but I am Haru in the flesh. First there was the word, then the word became flesh. Get it? See where I'm going with this? We are the word made flesh. All of us, all right? Self-knowledge is Auset, a.k.a. wisdom, a.k.a. knowing thyself with knowledge of self. Self-knowledge is what you get from within. Academic and worldly knowledge, you can acquire that out in the world, but you need to have the self-knowledge for yourself. That's important. Here you go. Next one is you have Asar, spirit. You have Nephthys, which is mortality. You put them together, you get Anubis, the discernment, the bastard child. We're going to talk about that. All right. The spirit, Asar, mortality, Nephthys, equals Anubis. You know who that is. You know yourself. Why? You have what they call discernment. You have also what you use to take care of situation, dispassion. Take your emotions out of the situation. He's the perfect. I'm just doing my job. I could care less about what's going on. Nope, none of my concern. I like that. That's how I work. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I can care less how you feel. It's not my concern. Your spirit, which is the spirit is in man, can't die. Your body will. That's Nephthys, nature. Oh, the body going to perish. I try to take care of mine as best I could to keep it in shape so it can roll with me for a little while. I'm trying to be around for a while, at least 100 years. So I got a little ways to go. So it's okay. You have to use your dispassion, aka discernment, to make good decisions for yourself on a day-to-day basis. You have to think, be, and act on a regular basis. When you get good at it, it becomes easy. But when you're just trying it out, training wheels, take your time, work through it, but just understand it's a process. It don't happen overnight, okay? You have to, knowing yourself is having and using intellect, understanding, and live what you know. If you knew better, you do better. You live by what you know. If you're ignorant, you can't live right. Why? You don't know what you're doing. It's a process that have to be learned, have to be taught by somebody who know for somebody who don't know. Teacher, student, master, disciple, however you want to look at it, that's how it's done. I'm a teacher. I need disciples. I can tell you, show you how to do it. That's what I do for you. Knowledge of self and living right is what right thinking is all about. Why? You know who you are, you're making good decisions, and you're living right. So your blessings will come to you every day. If you do that, trust me, things will change for the better. That's I can guarantee. Last one, I'm about to wrap this up again. Appreciate you tuning in. Spirit, SR, aka ego. Spirit versus ego. Alright? My cat running around here. That's Ausar versus Set. Now, in the beginning, the ego always wins. Yeah. In the fight, the bad guy always start out winning. The good guy got to take a beating, got to go through it. Then all of a sudden, something happens. He wake up, he get his energy, he find himself, and he start to take care of business. Ego don't have no fight when you get better at dealing with him for yourself. That's what it's all about. You have to conquer your ego. Set versus Asar. Set won the first round. The spirit Asar still lives on in the afterlife. That's where you want to be. Why? Because according to our time, that's heaven. They call it the field of reeds, okay? The Elysium. They had all kind of names, Armenta, names for that. It wasn't heaven and hell, but they knew the afterlife was eternal. If you made it there, you're good forever. They lived for that. That's why they practice Maya. Freeing up, lighten up your heart. Why? Because when you get light, when it get weighed against the feather Maya, you want it to be light as a feather. That's the same. That's why. You know where that comes from? Us. Again. Your ego, Sep, will not be with you in the afterlife. He don't transfer into that life. Why? It ain't for them. It's for the spirit that got enlightened, who conquered Set. Get it? Set gets defeated by who? Haru. You become the hero within yourself, defeat Set, and become a master of self while living on earth. That secures your position with in the afterlife. Let's go. I'm about to wrap it up. White thinkers become Haru by what? Defeating Set, who? Your ego. That's what you strive to do. Do what's right. Spiritual discipline and mental discipline. Mental discipline is knowing right from wrong. You know, you understand. The spirit discipline, now you got to do what is right because you know what's right, and as a spiritual being, you should do what's right. That's how you get your ticket. That's called Maya, keeping it balanced, keeping justice in your life. That's what I do. Listen to Mr. Right. I got some more for you.